Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is a snowy Tuesday, and the snow has been primarily cleared from my neighborhood. I don't know how it's looking in your neck of the woods, but it was extremely horrendous this morning. I just skipped both my classes because I tried to go out there and my brakes were failing, and it was just not a fun time. I did not like slipping and sliding through the intersections, so I just turned around and came home rather than try to drive 40 minutes for one class and then come back, It didn't seem that worth it to me. I hope things are going better for you guys. I just wanted to let you know that I have seen the first episode of the new Star Wars show, The Mandalorian, available on Disney Plus, which which released today. The app came out on all the markets, and it also they opened up the web portal and everything here in the U.S. I think they had it available in the Netherlands a couple months ago or something, but it's open now for wide release in the United States. And I don't think it'll be available in other countries until well into next year. So, it's yo-ho pirate's life for me, for all you guys in the Western territories. I don't even know what the hell that means. European countries, you guys are going to be pirating the hell out of this show, I assume. Anyways, this show, do I think it's worth pirating all that much? It's good, but so far, I think it's a decent beginning to a show, but I definitely think that it could have done a better job enticing me as a viewer for if I'm being honest, this is the only draw to the streaming service for me is what this show would be like. And obviously, years down the line, whenever they release the Marvel Disney Plus streaming series, that's where this will be. And that's the main draw for me, is I want to see how those streaming shows are. But honestly, Mandalorian is good. It's good, but I don't know if it's worth getting a streaming service for. If you're getting the streaming service for a bunch of other reasons, then by all means, that's your prerogative. Go ahead, do as you please. It's a pretty good interface. You're gonna get a lot of content, straight up, all the Marvel movies, all the Star Wars movies, all the shows, and you'll also get all I don't know about all the Pixar movies. There are a bunch of Pixar movies on there though. You get pretty much all the Pixar movies, a bunch of the Disney movies. I don't know if you'll there are some Disney movies that are still let's say available on other streaming services or on demand on other streaming services. So I don't think they'll be available until well into the coming years. Like Tarzan's not going to be there until June 2020, which I think is kind of dumb. Although they do have Tarzan and Jane, which I don't think anybody wants to watch anyways. And John Carter, I've always wanted to watch John Carter, and that's not going to be there until May 2020. So some bigger Disney movies won't be there until well in the future. So it's really if you're looking for a streaming service dedicated to kids, people with kids, if you want streaming service for your kids to just kind of watch whenever, if Netflix kids isn't enough for them or isn't scratching their itch. Like, Disney has all the content that isn't, like, you know, that isn't rated R, you know? It's all, like, kid-friendly. PG-13 is, like, as high as it goes. Yeah, I think The Mandalorian's, like, TV-14, but it's got some violence in there, but it's not bloody, so it's okay, you know? That's how Christopher Nolan and most of the Star Wars movies roll. It's just, it's violent, but not bloody, so it's okay. Yeah, so violence is okay if there's pretty much no blood. They have the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, though. I do like seeing that. Pretty much all of them are on there, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, this is still the beginning of the streaming service, so I think they will keep adding stuff as time goes on. And obviously, The Mandalorian, I think if they dropped it, they do have superior intellect to Netflix, I believe, in creating their original shows on a weekly basis. I've seen that all of their original shows, they have one called Encore, I think. It's with Kristen Bell, and they have the High School Musical, the series, on there, and they have the Lady and the Tramp original, Disney Plus original, and then they obviously The Mandalorian, which is going to be most people's must-watches and, like, reasons for getting this streaming service. I do think it's a good show. Like, so far, the starting for a show is good, but I don't know. I want more out of it, and hopefully the rest of the season can deliver, because a lot of it is good, without a doubt. It's more action-y, like the action is good, the writing, and it's funny, and it's also dark and gritty. So it checks all those space western boxes that I wanted. It feels like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, Firefly-esque, with, you know, your Mandalorian character, kind of like, I hesitate to say Star-Lord or Han Solo, because he's really, like, he's not as funny as either of those characters. He's definitely much more reserved, and just, he keeps to himself, and he never takes off his mask, and I don't think he will ever take off his mask. The reveal at the end sets up an interesting mystery, which I am interested to see unfold. And I like the villain. Werner Herzog is going to be the villain, as the reports have said, and he's pretty menacing. So I obviously, like, he's an old villain, like an old dude, so I don't think we're going to see, like, Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian, face up against this old guy, like, go toe-to-toe. Unless he's got, like, force powers or, like, something crazy that we don't know about. I think it's just going to be this guy and the cronies and mercenaries that he sends against our main character, the Mandalorian. So, do I think it's a watch? Like, worth a watch? Yes. Do I think you should get the streaming service for this? Like, honestly, get the free trial for like 7 days, browse around on the streaming service, see what you think, watch the first episode, see what you think, and, you know, obviously, if you like having all your Marvel stuff, all your Star Wars stuff, all of these IPs that Disney has just in this library, I definitely see the appeal there. Like, you can definitely do one of those MCU binge-a-thons with this like streaming service. It's perfect for that. Like, if you want to start something with a group of friends or something, like, hey, we'll watch all of the Marvel movies in order, or just watch all of the Captain America movies in order, or anything like that. This is perfect for doing something like that. Or, like, just watch all the Avengers movie. Just have a classic old binge party, whatever the kids do nowadays. It's definitely gonna work for that. But I don't know, like, it's cheap, so it doesn't, like, matter. You can just get it, and, like, I'm sure the price will go up, So like you can just get it and just kind of keep it, because it's like $7 a month. And I'll admit, I do like having the old animated shows on there, though. They have Wolverine and the X-Men, which I haven't seen. Interested to watch. Sadly, they don't have Spectacular Spider-Man, but they do have the Spider-Man 1994 animated series, which I love, by the way. I love that show so much. It is like straight ripped from the comics, Spider-Man TV, and I just love that show so much, and I love that it's on here. So that that show will probably keep me with this service more than the Star Wars one, you know? You also have X-Men Unlimited from like 2003 or something. I really like that X-Men animated series. And they also have the 1990s X-Men series, which have borne a lot of memes for Wolverine and a certain picture frame. So, you know, Disney Plus. So far, I like it. It's not 100% for me because I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, not the biggest Marvel fan. So, like, we'll see. I honestly, I'm only getting it for the future to see what kind of stories they tell with the Marvel shows, like Marvel MCU shows, because I kind of just want to see the WandaVision and Moon Knight. I think those are the two ones that I actually really care about. Other than that, this Mandalorian looked intriguing because space western is just a combination of two genres that I just love to see fused, and I can't get enough of that. So, if it's for you, you know, let me know in the comments below. If not, you know, just let me know what kind of a streaming service would you most like, because I definitely cannot wait for HBO Max. But yeah, that's all for this episode. You know, just talking about The Mandalorian Chapter 1 and Disney Plus. Let me know what you think. If you like these, just, you know, slide up, comment, whatever it is you like to do to give feedback. It's always greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a nice day.